Hello and welcome back to the Gamers Channel. I'm Gander. I will be your dungeon master for this evening. We're resuming our Forging the Onyx campaign, and now we actually have a full house of everyone.
Yes.
On the
Which one's
left,
DJ?
I'm DJ. Anyway,
Oh.
on the God damn it. On the last adventure 2 weeks ago, Frederick and Brock took some time to go and explore some of the local contacts that Greer referenced. Grimly stayed back with in Book's bookshop, and Greer, Lundgren, and Miyamura went to a meeting of representatives of the local resistant heads. There they encountered two familiar individuals in the forms of Isra Toadspore and the Reverend Mr. Black, who were undercover as backers of various cells within the world known as only the investors. Upon returning to their rooms and a visit from Zulthar, we'll pick up there. Everyone has returned. It's probably the next day unless you have something absolutely necessary to do this evening.
I feel like there was something I was gonna do, but I totally forget. It's been like 2 weeks since we played, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forget.
Okay.
I'd like to roll to make a health potion.
Okay.
With prepping prestidigitation if I spill on myself
Okay.
or something unfortunate happens.
Medicine and dexterity.
Are we switching from intelligence and dexterity?
Well, this is a health potion, so I would say that's underneath.
Okay.
Sorry, ignore that.
He counterspells the health potion.
You can't make potion no more.
Stop doing that in my room. I say you don't make a normal health potion. You get really close, but it just kind of misses that certain element of healing.
So it's swamp water.
Yes.
It'll give you 1 hit point.
Reduces nausea.
Reduces health. It's now a harm
I
potion.
could probably still make a fortune selling that. I'm gonna put it down as swamp water.
I feel like if Lungan
Does
ever
it
dies...
take care of swamp ass?
No.
Or does it give you swamp ass?
I feel like if Lundgren ever dies and they just root through stuff, they're just going to find all these half-finished potions and just, like, vials of dark water.
Let's see, I have... What do I have? I've got, what is that?
That was not a request for you to read off everything in your inventory, Ty.
Thank God, because you know he will.
Okay.
Terrible perfume, vial of brown water, and
Oh.
passable sewage soap.
I
it
will
says.
mute you.
Okay.
Passable sewage soap?
Yes. That's it.
I think I remember you making that. You made soap,
It
but it
sounds
smells
vaguely
like ass.
familiar.
I remember the perfume because it was the first thing he ever tried.
Like 6 times. All right. You were also informed by the investors that if you provide a list of such as wants or things you think you would need for literally the taking of this city, they would see if they'd be able to get it for you. Or at least some of it.
I already gave them my list.
I
2 items I want.
I actually require you to write me a list so I can be like, yeah, okay.
Fuck you.
Hey, I need to be able to reference it later, so it's just not like all stored in my head.
I just need lots of diamonds for spells.
If she needs those, I know I.
That's mainly, honestly, the only thing I can think of right now, besides possibly magical items.
Right. Yeah. It's cast Revivify if anybody dies.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
So it's early in the morning. I'd probably say 7-ish. You guys are probably either have already been up for about an hour or just getting up, and there is a knock on your door.
Who
I'm
is
immediately going to
it?
see who. No, I'm gonna go see who it is. 'Cause if it's that, oh shit, I'm not letting him in.
I'll be up and ready to hit whoever it is. Turn that little.
Are we all in the same?
Yes, this is the exact same room that you've been renting for about 3 days now.
No, I
I'm
just
only
wasn't sure
wearing my
if
loincloth.
if we were in separate rooms or not.
Nope, it is one big ass room with big ass beds.
I don't remember.
Goliath-sized beds.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I am
Who is
looking.
at the door?
That's the wrong notebook. I have too many notebooks. At the door, you see Isra and Mr. Black waiting there.
Give a little sigh of relief. Good
Who's
morning.
Isra?
You are happy to see me again, huh?
But of course, you're helping us.
I was thinking it was something else. I don't know. Anyway, he kind of pushes
You
his
are
way
very
into the door.
charming.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
I
He
like
kind of
it,
pushes
of
in
course.
with Mr. Black just at his heels, who's clearly the look on his face shows that it's too early in the morning for this, Isra. Please stop. So you all had a good night's sleep, yes? Frederick, you weren't here when I last touched by. Good to see you again.
I wish I could say the same.
Mm. And the small one, and Lundgren, and Brock, hello.
So,
Hey, Yesra.
Real quick, does Tread still have the bag of holding?
He does.
Yes.
I'm gonna reach into that bag and I'm gonna produce a small pouch
Okay.
and put it in my pocket.
Ted, it's good to see you. But enough pleasantries. We have business to attend to. There's a number of things. A list that you must provide us to see if we can acquire them so far away from our normal stores, and a few other things that we must do for today. Mr. Black was going to check out a number of Greers, I believe was the name. What? A number of Greer's associates, and to check on kind of the situation within the city. We've only got here a number of days ago, and we'd like to check out what is going on and the infrastructure of some of the groups ourselves.
and yes.
This kind of sits.
I have
Hmm?
a list of things I will need.
I will take it then.
And she does hand him a list. It's a very short list.
That's another day.
Pretty much.
All right. He kind of runs his eyes over it. Is there anything else?
Maybe some better armor?
See what we can do. Any particular preference?
Heavy plate?
Okay. He kind of scribbles that on the already short list. Anyone else? You did tell them that they're supposed to make a list for us to use, right? No? No?
And listen.
Of course not. Well, I apparently have some work to do, sourcing some of these things out. If there's nothing else that you need, I'll get on this as best as I'm able. No? Alright.
Miyamura kind of looks at the others. Is there anything else you need? Anything at all?
Out of character, I don't know what items are really in 5e, so I don't know what to ask for. But I just need
Okay.
better armor.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't either. I think I'm also at my limit for magic attunement.
I have what I need.
As long as I have a shield and my axe, I'm good.
Okay.
Perhaps a better shield?
There are no better
Or a
shields.
better axe.
All that, yes.
Today, I have a lot to do today. Perhaps you should hurry it up a bit. No, yes, no, yes, okay. If there's nothing else, I shall leave you in the charge of Mr. Black. Gus, thank you. Good luck. Don't get killed. Not that good stuff. Goodbye. And he just kind of nopes right out of there through the door and just kind of slams the door just a little softer than you expected him to, but you hear like
Have a wonderful day.
What a strange soft skin.
he is very strange. Very, very
They're all
strange.
strange.
That is true.
Am I a soft? I am technically
I'm not
soft.
strange.
You are.
You are very you're probably the strangest among us, and I have gray skin.
I'm just gonna like
You
keep
do
like
that.
whatever and start sharpening my axe.
Ah.
I am
You are
surprised I am not the
strange.
strangest.
You are strangely normal, Tread. I appreciate it.
He just looks two different directions and blinks.
One eye at a time.
You are staying with us today, Mr. Black.
For now, I would like to have some better skilled, more familiar associates with me while I make my rounds.
Your rounds.
Yes,
Wouldn't too many draw a crowd though, or draw the eye of someone you don't want to see.
Who is fucking watching shit? What the hell's that?
Sorry, that was a text notification. My bad.
well, no, not necessarily. We wouldn't have to move as a group, but having some backup on hand would be very useful to me.
This sounds exciting. I will go with you.
Maybe set up a few people at different points of where you're going, and we can leapfrog.
Depending how long I can be transformed.
You are very good at the sneaking thing.
I can be a mouse in someone's pocket.
That is very useful, but it's not necessarily about sneaking. It is more going to a place as if you have a purpose.
Blink, blink.
Do we not have a purpose?
Oh no, people who act as if they are supposed to belong in the place with a purpose rather than people who are there for a purpose. If you get my meaning.
Act like you belong. People assume you do.
Precisely.
Oh, I am not very good at that.
I wonder why.
What is
I could tell you why.
assume?
I need you to repeat that because you roboted out at the end. I'm sorry.
What is assume?
It is one makes an ass out of you and me, and not in a magical sense.
Blink, blink.
Blink, blink.
You can tell he is
Oh,
very
that-
tired already today.
Do you
It's
perhaps
not
need
even 10 in the
some
morning.
Do you need some tea or coffee?
Yes, that would be lovely, actually. I haven't had my morning tea.
We should go get you some.
Hmm.
When you're
I,
ready to go.
I prefer to dine within the private confines of my room, so I shall hopefully be able to accommodate yours for this purpose. I'm in.
Would you like us to get you some tea brought up?
Please, that would be wonderful.
I'll go out and go speak with the innkeeper and get some teas brought up.
While you do this, he gets himself comfortable on like one of the beds, sets his case down, like takes off his jacket, takes off the hat.
I want to poke the case.
Okay.
Just look at it. See what it is.
It is a large, long, narrow leather case. It is solid to the touch. It has very nice leather and some slight embossings on the straps. But for the most part, it is rather plain with brass fittings.
So it's like a round case for carrying like for scrolls.
No, it is a
No.
long box.
Oh.
Think of
I know
something you
exactly
would
who I think of, but
think of it like a trombone case, but like half or a third the thickness, like a square one.
Like
I'm
a
sitting here like
briefcase
this.
the size of a trombone.
Yes.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, have any of you watched Trigun? Like, that's where my mind goes.
I think I remember that part of that show.
Oh man, I
The
miss
priest
Trigun.
dude.
Wolf Blood.
The priest dude. Yeah, that's what I think of.
Kind of like that, but without the cross.
Yeah, but not a cross. Yeah, exactly.
And a little wider and less thick.
Essentially, what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure there's a gun in there.
Now, you do see a pair of contraptions strapped to the front and side of Mr. Black as he sits down.
I'm just nod to that because she has no fucking clue what that is.
It's
My
there's.
people are known for making tea.
Ah. Do you have any specialized teas?
I have my 11 herbs and spices tea.
Is that gonna
Calm
be
down,
salty?
Colonel.
It is very multifaceted. Too big a word. I tried.
You can be used for
It
lots
is
of tea.
used for many things.
Yes.
I have to sample it sometime.
I can make some right now.
Hmm.
He goes into his pack and just gets a little bit.
All right, sorry about that.
When our friend comes back with the tea and the hot water, he can mix this in.
And I'm sure we can make some with the potion pot. Is it a potion pot?
Oh, I also forgot that part. Lundgren also now has a fancy new helmet that covers most of his face.
Oh, because I kept making fun of him.
Dick.
Yeah, well. I still don't have the proper equipment.
Lundgren, can you make tea in the pot?
I don't know. I could make.
You make
I could
seawater,
put
so I
water in
would.
there. Yeah.
I would
and then,
assume
like,
you'd be
heat
able
it
to make
up.
tea.
Yeah.
By now, I
Well,
probably should be back
Watch
with
him
tea.
botch it.
Okay, so you've returned with
Ouch.
the tea.
Yep.
All right. He accepts a cup and he just kind of.
Biscuits.
Yeah, I would have gotten this too. I just throw a biscuit at
Can't you?
Grimly.
Grimly, Jesus Christ. I forgot Lundgren too, so I'm just terrible.
Oh.
I'm terrible with
Okay.
names. With
Trying to
names. I
remember
remember
multiple
him, but not his
games.
name, yeah.
Mm.
I keep getting Greer and Grimly mixed up because they both start with Greer, even though they're very distinct characters, so don't
And they're
feel
both
bad
small.
about that.
They're both small.
Dude, that's insulting. You consider me him? I mean, honestly, really?
Yeah, I mean, you're fucking useless.
Ouch.
Says the no monk.
He's not a
He's a
gnome,
halfling.
I think.
Well, even worse. Worse than.
Right? Gnomes are.
Are they not? Is he not just a young soft skin?
No,
Oh,
he is an adult.
I did
He's a
not know that.
midget.
It's like I am an adult, but I'm very tall. Some people stay very small.
I see. Soft skins. So,
So there are tall lizard folk.
most of us
small.
are around the same.
There are small lizard folk. There are what are they called?
Kobolds.
Kobolds, yes. They are
Would-
lizards, but they are small.
Would Treadhead ever experienced a kobold before?
I don't like the way you phrase that
I know,
question.
it's like,
No. You know he
Ah.
means eating them.
Um,
You know he means eating them.
roll me a D100.
in the
in
mountains,
what way?
like cavernous areas.
Roll me a D100. Okay. Um,
You guys haven't fought kobolds?
no, you probably
No.
would have not encountered kobolds because they're a little bit deeper underground than your tribe goes. I think the deepest.
It's a swamp. There's not a whole lot of underground available without swimming.
Yeah, like I think the farthest you ever went was the Lumbian Underground, and that you only
Second
found
base.
like 2 of your kin there, and that's probably the farthest they've ever went.
Mm-hmm. I have never met a kobold before.
So it's very interesting because they speak very similar languages to you.
There are races that speak my language.
Yes.
Yes,
There are races that speak my language.
and I'm a person who speaks the common language. Violence.
Oh, that language. Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant this language that we are speaking right now.
I did as well. I was very
No.
confused.
No, you
But
speak
it's called common.
you speak a variation of Sarandi. Thread. It's
I am not going to try to pronounce that.
well, I speak a variation of Altanian, and Yigni is the dialect that I believe your name is Miyamura speaks.
Yes, that is my name.
Yes, they are very much in common, but very slight in the minutiae.
Giant is my first language.
That's very fascinating. He's actually holding this conversation, not actually looking at any one of you, but more focused on drinking the tea and like in the corner of the room.
So he's staring it over the rim of his cup and muttering.
Not really.
More like
he's
staring in his cup and muttering.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Okay.
Like he doesn't actually care, but he's being polite.
Softskins refer to my language as draconic.
That does make sense. Lizards are, or dragons are lizard, right?
Dragons are the ones that are said to have originated languages. That all the words that we use have a basis within that language, and then they became the different ones. Some people think that other languages were first just their own, and then they just crossbred. Others adhere to this. It's quite a fascinating study.
So Draconic is the first language?
Supposedly, I think it might be.
That is amazing, Thread.
I did not know this.
Others would claim that it was celestial, or that infernal were some of the earliest, but the farther we go back in the study of these things, the less likely we are to actually find the truth, because they are so shrouded in the mists of time.
You are an interesting softskin.
You are.
So I am told.
You do not seem to like being interesting.
It has its disadvantages, and he fixes you with the slightly luminescent golden eyes that he possesses.
Kind of curious. Dwarves aren't exactly described as soft skinned. They're more, leathery and hard.
Well,
So
you're
I'm curious, do I fall in that
You're
category?
not as leathery.
They are all
as
soft
others.
skin.
They're hard and crusty.
Do you have scales?
There-
Then you
Like
are soft skinned
focaccia.
if you do not.
Calluses, so, close.
No, no. Then you are as
They're all soft skins to me.
Fucking
This is
racist.
soft skin and not smooth skin. I'm just being fucking Fallout.
Ah, yes, your tea. Ted, perhaps I should, may I try some?
Here you go.
Thank you. Helping himself to a second cup.
It is best served with meat.
Ah. Any particular meat, or is it just in general?
Birds are best, but anything works.
Hmm. Intriguing.
I don't believe Tred is picky.
I wouldn't expect that from illicit folk. They are very much utilitarian in their eating habits.
What does that mean?
Blink, blink.
If it can be used, they do.
That is absolutely true.
Yes. I have
When
a
our people die, we eat them because they can help the tribe one last time.
I have an associate who has studied quite deeply into lizard folk and their kin. There are fascinating things. He talks to me way too much.
Like we are now.
No, like I cannot get a word in edgewise. He makes Isra look quiet.
Oh,
He is not quiet.
Exactly.
oh. Then me and Moira just kind of trailed off because now she feels like she's talking too much and just sips her tea.
Well,
I'm gonna take up smoking.
okay. Just like
While
right
we're
there
waiting.
in the room.
Listen, I don't really quite know what we're doing,
I
so
pull
I
out
don't
my
wanna-
pipe and just start lighting up.
You have a pipe?
Yes.
Alright
That way
then.
my character has something to do while you guys are just sitting around.
It's very Gimli of
I'm
you.
just meditating.
Yeah, it is.
I've just been talking because one, this is actually fascinating, but two, I'm not the leader or anything. I don't say where we go. I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
You,
I was gonna say, Tread's buying time.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
What, your name, dwarf?
Grimly.
You might wish to speak with Isra. You seem to share similar habits with him. He prefers to, what's the term, roll his own. He does not like the pipe.
Never tried rolling. We don't have much paper down in the mountains.
I believe he uses fine leaves, depending on what it is. It's
Not many trees growing down there neither.
well,
But I see your point.
he finishes his tea and he kind of gets up from the bed and starts putting on his accoutrements again. Shall we? What are all these animals doing here? They were not here when I sat down.
As Tread is just putting his bags back, I summon them.
For eating?
Well, if try to keep them under control.
Very well. Stay here.
We're going to talk to an artificer. That is That is a bit, one of your associates, and he nods toward Greer. Yes. One of your associates, I've heard, is an artificer. We are going to talk to him today.
All right.
Well then, let us get started. And he walks to the door, shifting the case onto his back.
Looking for hired muscle to walk with you, or do you want us to trail you?
You may walk with me if you choose to. It's more of at the destination that I need you than you may go where you
Perhaps
wish.
we should have a stagger. 2 of us come with you, then 2 more, and just stagger it a little bit.
That sounds very wise, young one. Alright then, who is going to walk with whom?
I'll walk with you.
I'll take up the rear.
Okay.
Should
I'll
I
walk
be an
with you
animal
as
now
well.
or later?
We have enough for. He quickly counts up. We have enough for 4 groups of 2.
Oh, well, I'll walk with the giant one.
Okay. Good. I believe your name
That's
was Greer.
either Ive or Drink. I don't care which one. Both of you are giants to me. Yes, no.
Well,
What?
Mia is more giant than Brock as far as that goes.
About 6 inches.
All right, I'll be with Mia then.
All right. So you guys get up into your pairings and leave the Lonesome Knight Inn and head to the north side of the city. Frederick, you are starting to see some familiar buildings in the 30 to 40 minutes that takes for you to cross from the area to the north side. You actually had been here previously the previous day when everyone else was having their own fun. Part of the walk takes you close to the area where Brook and Knoll's fine stories are, but you veer left instead of veering right, ending up somewhere in this cluster of buildings.
Okay.
There, I will select a suitably colored square. Let's choose fiery orange. There we go. That is the building you are heading towards. It, like most of the other places within Loburn, is a sturdily built stone building with a wooden facade. This one seems to have had some slight structural damage to the upper part of the roof, as it is a 3-floor building. One of the windows is boarded over, and the other ones are heavily shuttered. Greer and Frederick, you recognize this to be an individual by the name of Crookshank's abode. He's one of the artificers within the minstrels, and he is an odd character. The term mad scientist only scratches the surface.
Fun.
I can't wait.
Damn, I have a lot of notes.
Good.
Black goes up to the door and just very solidly knocks on it. And it just kind of, you hear the echo kind of going in here. and all this this stuff starts clattering in the background, and you hear thump thunk thump thunk thump thunk. What you want? Oh, who are you? Oh, it's you. Oh, wasn't yesterday's visit enough? And who are you, Gray One? And you see this probably 5'7", but he's kind of hunched over. Kind of dirty looking individual. He's got a bandana over his hair that looks like it hasn't been washed ever. And he's just kind of not spindly. He's crooked, and from just below the knee down on his left side, there's just like a wooden spike. We are here to see your workshops and get a report for the minstrels. I hear they're playing a show soon. Oh, all right, come in. He talk, as he opens the door wider and kind of pivots on his one good leg. Waves you inside, and Black takes up a position on the right-hand side and waits for all of you to come in. Quite a lot here, isn't there? Yes, there is.
Can I fit properly into this place?
Yeah, the ceilings are tall. He's just short.
I'm more so like, is it crowded? 'Cause I'm also wide as well as tall.
The building is rather large in and of itself, and it seems like a lot of the other shops that you have been in within Gantivos, that they are generally very wide, but they're also very long at the same time. This one seems to be a pretty nice house, but the bottom part looks like it's an old... Like, you know how you drive around, there's always in the one Hodunk town that one building that has a bunch of crap shoved into the bottom that you can see through the windows. It's like that, but a little bit more cleared out.
That's mainly what I was worried about.
No, the
Can I
floors are clear. The
Okay.
floors are clear, and everything's just like gathered on the walls. It seems like this area is kind of like open storage, but there's some rhyme and reason. So most of his stuff seems to be upstairs or in the back. He kind of raises himself up to his full height, and there's a significant hump in his shoulders that just kind of looks like he's just sticking his head forward from his chest. So, how can I help you? Well, I hear that you make things that go boom. I do. I need some powder, please. Okay. And any other projects that you might be working on, I need to know about them. He kind of squints like, you've got to be kidding me. You really asking me that? I'm going to go with no. Because I really have no idea who the hell any of you except him, and he points to Frederick and Brock, are. I know.
No one of consequence.
I thought you said I knew him.
He does, but you're kind of lost in the shuffle because you are.
I'll step forward and look at him and go, you know me, you know who I'm with. You might want to listen to the man.
I'll listen to him just fine, but then people coming in and start asking a bunch of questions leaves a man with some questions of his own. First of all, what do you know of the powder? Black just kind of opens his coat and shows the contraptions. It's like, and that's supposed to mean something? These contraptions use the powder. Really? How do they do that? And the Black and he kind of go over to a small workbench farther in the room, and he explains in very technical detail how it works, and it runs off with, "And if you tell anyone else, I will kill you." Fair enough.
I am very glad I did not understand any of that.
Well, I do have some things that are of interest, and here, follow me. And he leads you up, or at least he leads Black up a set of stairs. And if you guys follow, you follow.
I'm gonna follow.
You see that there's
Okay,
a
sure.
very definite like wear hole in each one of the steps. Like he puts his peg leg in the same spot every single day. And he leads you into a little bit nicer, almost laboratory-esque chambers that still has enough light shining in from the front windows. And he's got a small sphere that seems to be being deconstructed on one of his tables. You see, these things are quite interesting. The military has been developing them and spreading them throughout all their forces over the last few months. One of our contacts managed to get their hands on one and sent it to me to figure out what in the hell it does. So far, it seems to be a small container of powder that is set off when it is either tossed with an impact or has a small fuse, depending on the style. They've cheapened some of the early ones I've here and modified it for mass production. Fascinating.
Possibly all of them could have one of these.
I think that's their plan. They seem to have a lot. I've heard that more of I believe the term you would call them is monastic orders, tend not to use these. They don't like them, and the Hell Knights, their troops, seem to shun them as well. They prefer to use magic and what they refer to as more realistic weapons. But the general purpose of these seems to be to arm the infantry and the general military with as many of them as possible. Now, a lot of you recognize this as the strange spheres that were tossed in at you when you were in the prison at Weepingburg.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, I wonder if that was the same thing, which leads me to another thought or two. But that doesn't matter now.
So your thing only have to do with these is frozen?
Depending on the model, yes. This one here, I tested one of the earlier models. It was quite complex, and it's also why I have a nice new window hole upstairs. And this is a cheaper version. This seems to require the use of the flint and steel in order to first start the fuse. And this is what it is. And he holds up this very well twined and somewhat waxy kind of little piece of cord. And excuse me, he says these more expedient versions are harder to set. They have a set timer, and they roll a bit farther. Well, the earlier versions either exploded upon impact or had an internal fuse that self-lit after a jarring force. And he almost like slams the casing into his hand for the jarring force, and then like realizes what he's about to do and sets it down.
So you're saying they're simple to
They are in essence simple to use. However, it's much like throwing a stone. Anyone can toss a stone, but it takes a lot of hours of practice in order to toss them accurately enough to hit a bird for dinner.
Or you're saying they go boom. You do not need to be that accurate.
Yes, but there's a difference between me tossing this at my wall and almost killing myself and losing another one of my limbs and causing someone else to lose one of their limbs. He has a point. Is there anything else? Well, there are some problems. I hear one of Greer was supposed to talk with the investors and a number of other people yesterday. Yes, I am one of the investors. Oh, then why didn't you say that? All right. There's shortages of supplies. The Sways have been doing as best as they can, breaking the blockades and getting supplies where we normally wouldn't have them. But funding is really much a problem, and actually finding people who are willing to risk the ire of the crown to get them here is significant. Are you saying that we need to grease palms to get more research and resources? That's precisely what I'm saying.
Or we could get the resources ourselves.
You're going to travel all over Gantivos, delivering resources to each of the 9 different resistance groups throughout all the cities under the watchful eye of not only the Northern Cross, the Hell Knights, the general military of Gantivos, plus any of the other things that they've managed to pull out of the Spire.
She just shrugs. Why not?
He just has like this work is cut out for me. Great. I don't.
I do not know what this greasing palms is.
Buying people, not in the sense that, not in the sense of slavery. Buying favors. People are more likely to give more of a damn, shall we say, with a bit more gold coin rattling in their purse than they wouldn't, and we need the gold coin.
One of the first lessons I learned: service for money.
Why not do favors for them? And they will.
Well, you see, service is only work if you want the service. You see, money, gold, silver, copper. I fear there's even something called electrum. That can be used almost anywhere. That's one of the reasons why we have shops, don't you know? You see, he gives me money. He doesn't need to know exactly what I need, because that would be an extremely long list. An extremely obscure list. And if he got all of those things for me, the cost effectiveness would be different because I might need it at a different quality than what he finds. However, if he gives me money and I go find the quality I want and I give that money to that guy, then we cut out a bunch of guesswork on maybe his side or my side, because you seem like an intelligent individual. He says this to Mr. Black. You might know exactly what I need, but that's not every single messenger. That's not every single person. So, can you, and he gives this very complex sounding equation for part of gunpowder and part of something else. Can you find those, can you tell the high quality from the low quality of those different minerals?
And who is he asking?
He's talking to you.
Oh no, I did not know these things. This is why you write it down.
Yes.
What is a mineral?
And he goes and gives your explanation of what a mineral is, and he even
The irony.
he brings out like some of the examples, and you see like he's got a small thing of sulfur, a small thing of quartz.
He's got glass. He's got
all these
see.
different
This
things.
glass is not a mineral, but
Yeah, and so it's like he explains that in depth much better than I can, and he says
geology lecture.
pretty much. And then he goes and he brings out two different like pieces of sulfur. Says, "You see this one, and it looks terrible. It doesn't look anywhere near as pure. It's got bunches of other stuff in it. See, this is poor sulfur compared to this one, which is nearly pure sulfur, and it smells horrible. And it's starting to permeate the room a lot more than it did when it wasn't there." And he explains the differences in quality and how that starts. You know what? Never mind. You don't care. I shouldn't give away all my secrets.
I learned a lot. Thank you very much.
Welcome to D&D, everyone, where a man has to pretend he's a geologist to a geologist.
Oh man.
Wonderful world.
I feel like at this point, Tread should get a +1 to intelligence after everything he's learned.
Yes.
Would that make it like 8?
That'd make it 10.
That's right. It's your charisma that's like 7 or 8.
After we're done with it, whatever else, I'll talk to him.
All right.
I don't know if we're done yet.
Once Mr. Black is
Mr. Black seems to start wrapping up the conversation and says that you guys are going to go see if you can find some locally sourced funding. And he says that with a little bit too much glee. to see if he can.
What does this mean?
We are going to get local money for the local economy. Thank you, Cookshank. I look forward to working with you.
What does this mean? She's just very confused.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
Black goes downstairs.
I'll go over and start looking at you. Hey, Crook, I got something I'm gonna make. I'm gonna have the material soon, but I want to know if you can make me a pair of gloves with a little bit of mithril.
I mean, he kind of goes over and he kind of takes some butcher paper down and a grease pencil and like sketches up a quick thing. Like, you mean something like this?
So it's some like fingerless gloves with little mithril spikes on it. Yeah.
And he kind of revises it a little bit. It's like, yeah, I could do that. You could if you get me the materials, probably a couple square feet of leather. Of course, the mithril, that's expensive.
About how much mithril will you need?
I'm assuming you don't want it to impede, and we can use some for reinforcement. Less than a pound?
Okay. Out of character, about 3/4 of a pound.
I would say probably about half a pound would be what he needs, because it's literally just a few things made into like a bolt, like a nut and a bolt on the edge with some bracing on the back, so you can have a few more strike faces on your hand. It's going to be thin because mithril is very resilient. You don't need a lot of it for your hands.
All right.
Your hands are also small.
His hands are
Yes.
also very small, so it'd probably be
But
like
they hit very hard.
it'd probably be more like 1/4 of a pound, maybe.
Okay.
Which I don't know, could still be expensive.
Yeah, but we'll see what they come up with because I already wrote down my list and gave.
Okay. If there's nothing else, are you going to join Black downstairs?
Yes, I will.
Okay. I'm assuming the rest of you follow, or are you just gonna hit up the peg leg?
Best aid.
Oh, this is very confusing.
I have no idea what just happened,
I don't think so. Really.
but I do know what a mineral is now.
I think I do.
I have so much I can teach my people whenever I return.
Now it's just if you guys should remember it.
Are you writing it down?
He pulls out he wouldn't have paper. It's almost like a leather.
Oh,
Say it'd be
lambskin.
kinda like bark.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
using like lambskin to write things down.
A proper
It
manuscript.
might look a little humanish. The skin might look a little humanish.
Oof.
Are you sure Tread is not a necromancer?
You've been fooled.
Make a
You
really good
fools.
necromancer.
This whole time I've had a charisma of 20. And I've just been fooling you the whole time into thinking I'm a druid.
I mean, this is
that
really
would be
on
so
par for you.
wild.
Actually, I'm pretty sure the druid would be more wild. Anyway.
I see what you did there.
I'm so tired.
You're always tired.
I know.
We're adults, we're all always tired.
That's my secret cat.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea what the fuck me and Moira would need with an artificer, so I'm just like, okay. Other thing.
I'm
No,
assuming
no,
that you're
no,
having
no,
this
no.
conversation downstairs, and Crookshank's just like politely but carefully hedging you all toward his door.
Goodbye. Shop's closed.
Just carefully make my way out so I don't hit anything.
Yeah.
It's like
All right,
little
Mr.
boy
Black,
in a
where to
china shop.
next?
We need to talk with the financial clans, I believe is what they're called here. Perhaps we'll be
Something about local funds?
locally sourced funds. Yes. Pretty much, we find some place to lend money, or make a business deal of some sort, because all wars are fought monetarily as well as physically. And we persuade them to pay us, and whether we pay them back is an entirely different question. I did
Fair
not
enough.
hear that.
I said we should. We should pay them back.
I look at him and go. I look at him and just. This is my town. I'm from around here. You pay them back if they're helping.
Well, whether they're actually paying or not, whether they know they're paying or not, is an entirely different question. And you, Greer, would know that there are some shady business dealers that are masquerading as
Oh,
businesses.
you're talking about those ones. Never mind.
The
I
ones
can
who
show
are
you where
loan
the good-
sharks.
Where the really good ones. I'll show you where the really good ones are.
Oh, yes, that would be very helpful.
No.
No.
I did not hear any
Tug
of
on me
that.
on my right friend. Can you hear me all right now?
Yeah.
All right, I will tug on me on Moira's like pants or whatever's hanging out. I'll ask her to pick me up and I'll whisper in her ear, "We're gonna go mess with the bad people who break people's legs when they don't pay them back.
We are?
That's where we're gonna get the money from."
Oh, then no, we don't pay them back.
Then why are you whispering?
Because to reach up to where she's at, I would have to basically yell.
We don't want to be
You don't want to be heard, yeah?
It's like
And I'll gently put him back down.
shouting, "I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence," like Nicolas Cage.
You have to be picked up to whisper. It's like a cow ear, by the way. Her ears are cow ears.
So she probably would have been able to hear if I whispered that.
They look like cow ears. They don't exactly act. Yeah. That is why I worry about her being in like an artificer's place, though. She's like, it's a literal bull in a china shop. Not great.
Minotaur. Minotaur.
Hey, that myth is completely wrong, though. Bull in a china shop, they won't knock shit over.
I know, but shut up. I like that the saying is still a
Okay.
thing.
Thank you, nerd.
Damn
Nerd.
Damn, Skippy.
Oh, irony. Calling someone a nerd while you're
We're all
playing
sitting here
D&D.
playing.
Yeah, I know. It was funny.
That
as
is
shit.
the ultimate irony.
Sorry, quick side
Roll
quote
initiative,
thing here.
nerd.
I was in the biology club when I actually went to college, and they're playing like kind of thing. Yeah, people are nerdier than I am.
What did you learn to play? Because you roboted it out for me.
Oh, we played
Trivial
something
Pursuit.
kind of like Trivial Pursuit style thing. They're just asking questions, and the people were answering it like answering the questions. They were tough, and I was just happy to be surrounded by people who were nerdier than I was. It was great.
Nice.
It's like, I'm not the nerd.
And I said it's great to be surrounded by nerds, and they all just laughed. It's like, welcome to the club.
So,
Welcome to our club. Welcome to our club. Welcome, Squidward. Welcome, Squidward. Welcome,
Oh my
Squidward.
funny story. When I was in Symphony, we had this adorable little bassoonist, and she was telling the story that they walked into the chess club. She says, and all we just heard was, "Girls." It's like, I felt so scared. I wanted to leave.
Oh my
It's like,
god.
It's like, oh god, no.
You hear about that, but you never think it's actually real.
It's
Ugh,
real.
it's very real. It's like,
It's real. As a girl who's into like nerdy shit like that, like I don't really go to like war game stores anymore because I just get stared
Yeah,
at the entire time.
and the smell.
Can't blame you for that at all.
It's just like
Y'all
That
need
sounds terrible.
y'all need some socialization skills.
Yeah. Please put some points into charisma. For the love of God.
Maybe shower.
Yeah, that too.
That's not
And
That's
learn
why
to use
D&D has
deodorant.
so many charisma classes,
Anyway,
because no one actually has it.
They play what they want to be. That's why there's so many
Exactly.
bars.
oof. All right, so Mr. Black.
Sex crazy bards.
Oh my god. Mr. Black starts walking towards the western side of the city, directly north of the keep.
Is he guiding us to these people?
He
I think
seems
it's more Greer is.
Greer, you notice that he seems to know exactly where these places are without your guidance, and it's a little off-putting.
So how much time have you been walking around here? Because you're better, you know where more of these places are than I do, apparently.
It's part of my job.
He's taller and can see farther than you can.
I mean, he's not wrong, but
I
I
can see a lot.
have
I can see a lot if I turn into a bird.
it's what I do. It's very useful.
You turn into a bird?
No, I do not turn into a bird. However, watch
You
this.
should, it's fun.
Watch this. And he breaks off from you. He walks into the crowd, And this man is dressed almost entirely in black with a huge wide brim cap, and he seemingly disappears. Just like into thin air. And then he comes out from an entirely different place where he left, and it seems very odd. It's like, I am very good at misdirection. Like, he leaves on the left and he comes back on the right.
Shadow Dancer?
No, actually.
Sorry, out of character.
Out of character?
I
No,
could-
actually.
I can go invisible as well.
Oh, it's not invisibility. It is
He's
also...
able to blend in.
Yes.
I am good at that, just not in this
I am not good at that.
place.
Well, we should get you out of this place then.
Agreed.
By
I
now,
believe he wants that more than anything.
it is kind of stuffy in Loburn. Like, not necessarily Chicago levels closeness of houses.
Scottsdale, Arizona?
There is still some space between the houses. Just everything seems to be buildings or stalls.
I thought you meant stuffy, like, stuck up rich people.
No.
Like
No.
crowded.
Like, imagine for each one of the squares on this map, there's actually 4 more.
That actually sounds a lot like New York City because they had to start building their buildings at an angle to get everything to fit in there.
Nice. There is a noticeable opening between the large square buildings and the keep, which in the skyline, the enormous square buildings dominate the western horizon. They are twice the height of the keep, and the keep you can see outside of the walls quite easily. And so if the sun were on the other side, this entire area would probably be cast in shadow just from these buildings.
Neat.
Soft skin civilization is strange.
It is.
I'm used to living in darkness under a mountain.
Let me show you.
I'm used to living on a mountain.
One of the larger buildings, which you know, so which I have now marked with a
Swamp.
green square. He leads you toward this area.
I am from swamps.
Swamps. It's actually not just one large building. There are a series of smaller buildings connected to it. And you get the feeling of what we would consider like a bank. And Mr. Black walks promptly through one of the...
Oh.
Yes, Brock?
You said, "Oh yeah."
Oh god, we're robbing a bank. No.
Oh, yeah. He walks into the wide doors.
I didn't know things were interesting so quick.
You're running with Mr. Black. Mr. Black doesn't play around. The Reverend Mr. Black is going to rob a bank. No.
Probably the one that murdered.
What?
I said he's probably the one that murdered the guards at the gate.
No, they didn't have bullet holes.
True.
I can honestly say that's not Black's style.
Pretty sure I knew who did that, but yeah.
Well, send me your supposed answers, and I will tell you if they're right or not.
Does it have to be in essay format?
No, it has to be in Chicago Manual style format.
Oh, I'm not doing
I gotta
that.
study then.
The hell is Chicago? Like, did you just make that up?
Chicago Manual of Style is published by the University of Chicago Press once about every 10 years, and it's generally used to format crap in books.
The more
Cool.
you know.
So I don't worry about that shit.
Damn.
It ties into our day-to-day work lives, tying me.
Mm.
It's like,
What?
that's a real.
You have a job?
That is a real thing.
Not officially, but it is part of my vocation. Anyway,
Okay.
the very significantly nicer stone building that you walk into has what you expect a banking clan to have. There is areas where there's nice statues, not necessarily a fountain, lots of greenery, gilding where there really shouldn't be, and lots of nice carpeting and hardwoods.
So you mean rich snobbery?
Yeah, this
For the
place
sake of rich snobbery.
this place feels like it was made to make you feel small and insignificant, while also extremely important when you have business there.
Okay, so we
Sounds
walk
legit.
in. Are there any customers in this place at the time?
Yes, there are a number of people. Some are in a line off to your left, which would be the south on this map. And there's a number of kind of clerks moseying around and just some like overseers. Pretty much mall cops who are unarmed.
Unarmed. Uh-oh.
There's-
Whatever you're thinking, don't do it.
No, I'm just. Do there appear to be any? I'm gonna do a. That's just perception. It's perception for spot, right?
Yes.
Do there appear to be any like offices or places where someone who's in charge might be?
There are a number of places that branch off into this and lead into a much larger building.
I want he was fucking quiet this entire time until you mentioned.
Because this
He's
is
a
Brock
money grubber.
Dude.
That's his awesome backstory. He's a money grubber.
Just
I'm a-
fucking.
I
dead
am.
silent.
I am
Right?
excited at the prospect of some form of action.
Oh, I thought it was just about pay.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Money, money, money.
yeah, but he enjoys gross violence.
I mean, you did shake a man down in the bathroom.
Yeah. And I murdered 4 men in the street
Yeah.
in broad daylight.
Barbarian.
They were servants of Cyronicus. They totally deserved it.
Did they though? That one guy really actually did stick you really well.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with him.
He
Just
rolled
stabbed
like
me,
3 nat 20s to counter your grapple and to attack you. It was amazing. Anyway,
Yeah.
Dang.
oh my goodness, I just realized that Mr. Black looks like someone from Judas Priest's Breaking the Law official music video walking into this bank. Anyway,
Take your room.
Mr. Black stands in the middle of the foyer and kind of looks around and walks with a purpose towards one of the back offices. Side offices.
Somebody
north
watch the
side.
door.
I will do that. I'm not very good at all of this.
Okay, I'm gonna follow right behind Mr. Black.
You want some backup there, Giant? Drink.
Who are you talking to?
You.
That's Mia.
Mia.
That's you.
My bad. I'm horrible with names.
That's Mia.
Perhaps. I am not sure yet. I just know I am not very good at fitting in. Literally not. That's part of my fucking backstory shit, whatever that. What is it called?
Cross to bear in life.
Personality trait.
As such.
Yeah, part of the whatever the fuck.
Oh. I just realized that we had
Background,
lost
yes.
we had lost Steven.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, it's been for a while. He's been gone.
All right, wait. Um. Oh, his internet died. Okay. Okay. Mr. Black kind of goes into one of the areas, and this man gets up from behind his ooze authority desk. He says, may I help you? Yes, yes. I would like to I would like to get a loan, shall we say? Oh, perfect. Do you have an appointment? No, no. This is more private matter. If you get my drift. Those of you who are with Black is like, the guy's eyes kind of sparkle a little bit. It's like, yes, yes. I'll yeah. He waves Black in, and whoever's joining him, I'm pretty sure that's
I'm
just
with
Brock.
him.
Brockton Greer. Okay.
No, I'd
Yeah,
be with.
yeah, no Greer, definitely there.
All right. Where
I think
is?
outside might be me, Tread, and Emily. Unless Tread followed them.
I don't know. Tread was just kind of following along, waiting for someone to tell him to do something.
So Mia and Brock are outside.
No,
No.
No,
Mia and Grimly.
I'm with Mr. Black.
Okay. And Mia's outside, watching the
Yes.
door.
I'm watching the door.
Okay.
Do you mean outside the building or outside in the foyer?
Whatever Brock said that I should say.
I mean, I only said watch the door, so whatever that means to
So I don't know which door that is.
you. Well, I
Okay.
meant the main
Oh,
I
entrance.
guess I'll kind of stay in the foyer so I can watch both.
Okay. All right. Make a perception check for me, Mia.
That or am I using my passive?
Your passive is like 14?
18.
18. All right. Yeah. There are a lot of doors. There are a lot of people going in and out of these doors. Not as much as out in the street, but it is definitely bustling in here. It's strangely quiet, as all large financial institutions are. Okay.
Scream,
This is a robbery. Everyone get down on the ground.
everyone, I need your attention. Oh shit.
Let's not start that.
Are you actually doing this?
No,
No, no, no, no, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Are you
essentially
kidding? I'm
watching
gonna go
them.
grab whoever's in charge, break their leg, drag them by their good foot out to the safe or wherever, and have
I'm just
Order.
We're
watching
not doing that, eh?
the
maybe.
front and
I don't
whichever
know.
door they
We'll
went
see.
in.
Is this place an illegal front or a legitimate business?
We don't know that.
Or unknown?
To you, probably unknown.
Well, shit. That would be a real internal conflict if that happened, because I don't know if I should, help the legitimate business service an illegal front. Just let it happen.
Conflict. Isn't it great?
I mean, we know the owner is a shithead.
Yeah, but you can be a shithead and still be, have a legal business and all that. And I'm not gonna go anything. But if it's a front or something that funds heinous activities, then yeah, I'm gonna fucking kind of support robbing the place because it's evil and I don't like evil and unlawful things. Fucking paladins.
Oh, I forgot you were a paladin.
Yeah, you're used to dealing with two.
Man, now I gotta deal with a paladin, man.
A paladin and a cleric. Not an
Y'all
evil.
getting in the way.
I mean, I'm not lawful.
You're not?
No.
Clerics have no such law that they must be lawful good, unlike 3.5 paladins and monks.
Well, yeah, I just thought she was awful good because she had such an aversion to doing anything with a demon.
That
I
has
feel
nothing
like
to do
that's
with
more so
lawful.
the cleric part.
That's the whole cleric part, yeah.
Just, yeah, that's more of a I like good gods. You're an asshole.
Gods!
has nothing to do with law.
Yeah, Judge Dredd is lawful. He kills craplets of people. Anyway.
Wait, Shred is lawful?
Judge Dredd.
No,
Is it
Dredd.
Oh,
Dredd?
Judge. I haven't seen that.
Alright then.
Okay. Sylvester Stallone, the future, enforcing the law with
Oh,
guns.
Yeah, I mean, I know the premise. He kills people without trial.
Yes.
No, he is
Alrighty.
the judge, jury, and execution.
That's what we call lawful evil.
Yeah. Isn't it great? Ah.
I love lawful evil. It's probably one of my favorites. Anyway.
So,
It
Kind
can
of
be fun.
disturbing. I have a friend that is insisting that I myself, out of character, am actually lawful good, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I'd say you're probably
Dude,
lawful neutral.
we know
lawful
you're
evil.
lying right off the bat because you said you have a friend.
Anyway, back inside the room.
Anywho,
Ah,
That's the thing, is he's known me since I was 4 years old, so I don't
So
know.
back to
Anyway,
this
In the back
bullshit.
room.
yes, this
Anyway.
is bank robbery.
it's not a bank robbery.
Nobody said we robbed nothing.
I'm
yet.
well, fine then.
Yeah.
No one said
Nobody
that
said
yet.
Mr.
In Brock's defense, nobody said we were not either. So
Exactly.
Mr. Black pulls out one of the chairs in front of the desk and motions for Brock to sit.
You gonna
Okay, I'm gonna pull my axe out and just like spinning it with the handle in the ground and sit down.
He takes Greer and sets him on your lap and takes the other chair for himself.
I jump off of his
Wait.
lap and stand between the desk. Or stand between the chairs.
Dude, that was a cute moment.
Ask
honestly.
before you pick anybody up. You should know the etiquette for halflings.
You assume I care. You see,
Mother's not fucking care with my steps up your ass.
I need some funding for a private project, and I need it to be, shall we say, what is the word? Under the dark moon. So, what's the word? You mean not recorded? Precisely. Well, I'm sure you realize that that's a very unlawful use of our group's funds, and that it would incur much risk if we were to run any sort of business like that. We both know you're full of crap. And we both know that you're going to give me the money that I need, because you love to give money to people that you can then bilk for more afterwards. You see him. You see the tone on the guy's face just change. Like, holy crap, who am I dealing with here? You see, I do not like playing games. I like to get directly to the point. You're going to give me money, as you normally do. You're not going to record it, and you're going to forget about this whole situation, as is your custom for people like you and your bosses. Do you understand? He just nods, and he brings out a slip of paper, and he's, I said no records. What are you doing? I need a slip to at least take some money out. I need that to gain access so that I can burn it immediately after. Be sure that you do. I will even watch you as you do so.
Am I present for this?
Are you in there with Brock and Greer?
If you followed them, yes.
I don't know. I was just following until someone told me to do something, because Tread's just like wide-eyed, no idea what's happening.
All right. If you are in there, then yes. If you are
I would
just
like
following
to do
Mr.
an
Black.
insight
Okay. Who are you
on the
inside?
guy if he actually has to make the paper or if he's bullshitting. Oh man.
High or low?
Low.
Oh. He is fronting hard.
Mr. Black.
Yes.
He's lying.
Well. Perhaps you're trying to signal for help. I mean, you know how my associate here, however. Well, he is big for a reason, and he has that axe for a reason.
He's
So
gonna stand up and sink the axe in his desk.
he is also very hard to control. So please do not antagonize him.
Jesus fucking. Okay.
The guy's.
Did I mention that my barbarian has a 20 charisma?
No. The guy's sweating now, like that meme of significant sweat from Key and Peele, I think. Stop being so sweaty that you're going to give it away. How much will you be needing?
Just put more stress on the guy.
Would you say that 5,000 would be a good start, Brock?
10.
10. 10 is very heavy. Will you be carrying it?
How much does that weigh?
A lot.
10,000 gold weighs like over 300 pounds.
Oh shit.
I am carrying the bag.
He is carrying the bag.
Yes, he's carrying the bag.
So you wouldn't have to carry. Mr. Black doesn't know.
We have a way to carry that.
I'm sure you do. So, I will wait here. Unless you want me to follow you. I says, there is a waiting room where all payments are delivered. You could sit there. In fact, you have to sit there. And he kind of starts pulling at the neck of his tunic, and he's like letting out the extra heat. He's like,
I'll follow you.
Inside.
okay.
God damn it.
I'll say that you have advantage because you read him before. So that is a legitimate thing.
Okay. He's not lying this time.
I will wait in your waiting area. Then. Yes, please come with me. And he kind of edges around the axe in his desk. And goes and opens the door and is like ushers you all out and closes it behind you.
Well, look, instead of like picking the axe straight up, I'm gonna like twist it sideways and just crack his desk.
You see like the holy crap, that's gonna be expensive to replace just flash over his face for a little bit. So, oh wait, this man has an enormous axe, which is more of a problem here. He leads Mr. Black and a cadre. Where are you, Lundgren, anyway?
I was gonna say it was in the room, but I wasn't sure if I could say that because of the fact that I didn't specify. So
Neither
let's
did
just say
Fred.
I was like, I don't want to say it was in the room, but how about we say just like I was kind of outside the room so I could hear everything but not say nothing.
These are very well insulated.
Okay, so I'll just wait for everybody to come out.
We can say that
Explain
Frederick...
why there were no exclamations when
You could have been at not the main entrance, but like the first door we went in towards all the officers.
There is an open area, and there are office doors around that. So there's the doors you came in, square area, with another area, kind of connected to it, with some dividers. Then there's offices around there. You guys are on the north side. You know what? Let me draw a map. Because why the hell not?
Oh, boy.
I'm pretty sure.
Gonna take-
Internal design intensifies.
And also, Grimly, you probably would have noticed that by now she's like probably the most silent she has been so far as she's watching people. She doesn't usually stay quiet that long.
Damn it.
I do.
Okay.
We were watching the back door, right?
Oh, that's the front door.
Front door.
Front door.
This is extremely rough. There are more doors, but this is just to kind of give you a general sense of the space that you're dealing with.
Oh, so this is a pretty big place on the inside then.
It's actually a complex.
Okay.
This is one of its many protuberances. All right, so
Okay, quick question. On roll 20, all these profile pictures, how do I minimize those or like get rid of them?
cog, display character avatars, names only. Okay.
It's like the first thing I do every time I enter a new game.
All right,
Minimize
so
that shit.
the red boxes are the room that you guys were in for intimidating the fiscal man, and where I would assume Miyamoto and Grimly are, or at least where you guys came in. There's probably 6 doors on either side, and on each of the things. This is a rather large building. This is not to scale.
Hit.
Okay. This is just kind of the basic setup. And why did I somehow manage to draw a weird smiley face on that square? Okay. So let's keep this consistent. Green square. That is the general waiting room that they're going to have Black and the rest of them wait to bring out the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money. Black has comfortably sat down in one of the chairs, his back to the entrance, keeping a careful eye on this man as he goes behind the area where it's employees only, and ostensibly go to an area that looks like a safe, a large vault safe. People are going about their businesses. There's on the southern side of this map, there is more general, like, what's the word? Clerk office spaces that people are doing their business at. I'm assuming you're not barring anyone from entering the building, Miyamoto and Grimly.
Oh no, I'm just watching.
Nope.
Okay.
Trouble isn't coming and approaching.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching guards and things like
Okay. A couple people have already entered, and some have also left as well. And somebody goes into one of the
I'm
back
smoking my
rooms.
pipe, trying to be inconspicuous.
Mm.
This is probably a non-smoking building.
That doesn't exist in this
I am
world.
outside.
The EPA does not exist in Gantivos.
Thank God. I'd have to burn it to the ground.
I mean,
I'd help
we're
you with
going to.
that.
anyway,
I'm a bit of a pyro if you haven't noticed.
Me too.
yay. Brain fart. One of the people goes into the back, and just as the thoroughly intimidated suit man comes out with a small trolley full of 10,000 gold coins in bags. It took about 5 to 10 minutes for him to get this together, which is understandable. It's a lot of gold for one normal human man to acquire. I'm assuming Brock and Tread are kind of in the same general area as Black.
As am I.
Okay.
Like, I'll keep an eye out to see if he looks like he might have alerted anybody, like if he's looking for backup to show up.
Despite the fact that he looks like he's sweated in ocean, no one really seems to be taking any notice. As he begins to approach you, you hear this loud, thunderous crack come off to what would be your left, which is actually south on this map. And people start screaming and shouting, and a guy runs out from one of these lower doors.
I want to go towards that if I can.
Okay, let's start.
I'll go with her axe and shield drawn.
Somebody's been shot.
Ha! He'll end every one of us. He'll end every one of us.
So I was trying to come. Who's watching shit?
Who's watching shit?
I can get louder, man.
I didn't know it was gonna be a video. It's a Snapchat.
Okay. Where's Lundgren? He was in there.
He's dead.
He died.
I'm right here.
Oh, it's taking a long time for it to render. So let's say you and Frederick are right about
Yeah,
there.
but where am I? What the fuck?
I haven't gotten your character yet. Hang on.
Man, I haven't gotten you yet.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
Are you hungry? Have you eaten?
No,
Have
I'm
a
just.
Snickers. You're not human. You're
No, I'm just.
You beat me
No,
to
I'm
it, damn it.
drinking.
No, that's a legitimate question from me.
I have not been eating, but I have been
Get
drinking.
you some food.
This explains so much.
Get you some
Fucking love
food.
cocaine. Fucking grimly.
Get you some food or water or both.
I couldn't find my smoking duck picture, so I chose my second favorite.
Some water would be nice.
Okay, I have a question. I looked from the web. I put cowboy, and all there are gladiators. I don't know why. What? I actually would fit really well. Unfortunately, I can't use the premium masses because I'm a cheap bastard.
Go home with my thing.
You know what? Screw it.
I think line
I can make tokens. So.
Well, this is an NPC token. It doesn't have to be that fancy. We just have to know where the hell it is. Speaking of, where the hell is it? There it is. Okay. This nice ace-looking thing. This is Mr. Black.
Nice.
Yes. It actually is a very nice token.
And it's gonna be like pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew pew.
It's not Kitty.
Alright, free assets. Let us get some people.
Some baddies.
Hey, all you people.
Hey, you guys. What? This is oh God. This is horrible.
The first year I learned how to smoke a duck. I was looking up recipes, and that came up when I did a Google search. So I've used it. I smoked a duck for Christmas today. Feels good.
No, at noon I went and I bought a large candies and a bag of snacks, or like Chex Mix and a bag of gummy bears, and I ate it all while watching the Star Wars prequels.
You're gonna get fat.
I haven't put on a pound since I was 7, so it's
Joke's
been like,
on you. I'm already.
Metabolism.
Yeah,
so
I'm a
it's
chubby
been almost
bastard.
8 years. So
Me too.
Your
I am
metabolism
what
will
the
give
kids
out.
these days call thick.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
I
What?
didn't even gain weight when I was working
Thick
out
is good.
and drinking 2 protein shakes.
Protein shake?
Ew.
What
Yeah,
kind of
protein
protein shakes?
Do you not eat therefore, or what?
My own protein.
That doesn't make this any better. That really doesn't make this any better.
Hey,
I see what you're into now.
Do you though?
I mean,
Um,
apparently you like your own protein shake.
Well, I'm not just
Yeah,
gonna
but the
drink
pump's
someone
kind of
else's
a
protein
bitch
shake.
to
That's
go.
stealing.
can't-
It's not
damn it.
stealing if you ask.
damn it. Yeah, let's use this one.
Been having a lot of wet dreams lately.
Anyway. Okay, so a number of individuals run out of the lower part of this, and one of them, we'll say it's the one with the black hair who looks like he's super scrawny. He is holding in his hand and looking wide-eyed at everyone something about the size, a disc the size of about a saucer. And he has a number of people with him, 3 of them, in fact. And he's just like shouting at everyone, and he's holding the saucer out at them. I can only describe it as threateningly, as much as a saucer can be.
It's like a serving tray like thing. What the fuck?
No, like you know how like a saucer for a cup is, like a small.
Yes.
It's a small circle, but it's big enough to fit in his hand. And
Okay.
and he's holding it.
Explosivo.
He's holding this disc in his hand with the large side pointed out, and he's moving it around as if what we would consider someone waving a gun around in a bank robbery.
Oh wow.
This is obviously his first rodeo.
Can I just
Apparently.
walk up to, or at least attempt?
I was gonna try and charge Zach and smack.
I'm essentially doing that, giving their look.
No, stay back. I have the power of the gods on my side.
No, you don't.
Oh, really?
Yes, Lily, because I do. And I know other people. And she holds out her hand. And the doorbell.
Hang on, I need to
Spaced out. What's happening? He's holding out a saucer with what?
It's
And
just
who
a
is?
saucer.
No, it looks like a saucer. That's the size.
A saucer
Oh,
that
we don't know who it is.
No, this is
Wrong button.
I'm simply trying to diffuse the situation without having to fight first.
and there's a number of
Without
people.
bloodshed.
I prefer to escalate.
I know
Okay.
that's why I'm trying to de-escalate.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm just holding my hand out for him to hand the saucer to me. Like I'm a disappointed mom.
Better do it, laddie. She eats people like you.
All right. As Greer comes up and
That's
punches him in
me.
the ass.
I was gonna try and knock him down.
As
Did you
he,
just think
And
he's anally
there are
fisting
other
them?
people. There are other people.
there are. As he's doing that,
Yeah.
I need a dex save from Miyamura.
Oh, fuck. I'm not good at this. My
Okay. As you reach your hand out for the
thing.
for the thing, this lightning bolt shoots from it, and you take 25 points of damage.
Ow. Ow.
I
We
assume
don't even
that's
know who this guy
initiative.
is.
Nope.
Yeah, my character wouldn't be cool with that.
Who's the
Okay.
small fellow?
Yeah, this guy. All right. For ease of reference, all hostiles are marked with a red dot. And all
Are we getting surprise round or initiative?
initiative, because it's pretty surprising having a giant lightning bolt shoot out of a saucer. Where is my?
Hot diggity.
That's not the right one. Is this the right one? This is not the right one. This is the right one.
Oh my god, my initiative was terrible.
Okay.
That's
That's a lot of good initiatives.
Mine was fucking 7.
Damn, man.
And you're
Yeah,
the only
third
one
place.
under 10.
In
Okay,
age
I'll be right
wise,
back.
Not much.
I'm gonna be right back. Gonna take a pee.
you're not gonna bring us
It's
with
got
you.
excited.
Okay.
No, he doesn't need a protein shake right now. Jesus.
I wonder if I can get back in the same time as him.
Race.
All right, hold on.
So, should I roll damage for when I end up smacking him?
Nah. It kind of was like you hit him and it went off.
Oops.
Yeah.
I should have had a better grip on it.
Maybe he's gripping it a little too tightly.
Went off prematurely.
All
I don't,
right.
I
Go
don't
see a
have that
healer about
problem. I
that.
don't know anyone here that.
Hmm?
I really don't.
Okay. Now I gotta go find what passes for black stat block.
Whatever the hell you want it to.
Pretty much, but there are some things that he has that have to be, like, legitimate.
The attack is, plus.
You are going robotic on me. Where in the hell is black? There he is.
27.
No.
Hey then.
Oh no, it is not that at all.
He made it back
No.
already, didn't he?
No.
You
Oh,
won.
okay.
You
Congratulations.
did it.
Yeah, no matter how much or how little I sleep, I'm tired.
Okay.
I get that.
Well, you got all that stuff going on. Yeah, I can understand that though.
Yeah, that's not too
Chronic
bad.
illnesses are
Ba-ba-da-ba. Oh yeah, I have to roll for. Would Frederick do something?
If they bump off my dark elf, I'm gonna be peeved.
What?
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 Sorry, something else.
What?
what?
Are you
He's playing two
multitasking?
games of D&D at the same time.
What?
What?
What did they say?
Oh yes. What did they
They're selling chocolates.
SpongeBob today. Why? Why? Is the
I'm always
SpongeBob
referencing SpongeBob.
This is.
Is that
Oh.
a SpongeBob
I'm
thing?
just
I don't
going
know.
overboard.
Oh.
session?
Tread.
Tonight, especially.
Tread. I've got a story for you.
Right, I am back.
I was playing some Siege today. At the moment I get in there, the voice chat goes little.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Fantastic.
You know what? This works out real well. Real well. Okay, I will roll Frederick von Stubensch. Wow, he has a lot of hit points. I need to end that. What? Oh
What
god.
the hell was that, dude? Oh,
What? I was using his thing. So it won't matter anyway.
Phrasing.
That's.
I'm not going last.
How does he only have a +2 initiative?
Because he has a low dex modifier.
That sucks.
Does it though?
How you asked that when my initiative is -1?
He expects it
Uh,
from you. What?
Yeah, I kind of
I mean, I
expected.
am very big, lumbering cleric. I am made for tankness.
Clank, clank, clank.
Yeah, exactly.
The dankness of the clankness. Okay.
No,
The clankness
tank-
of the dankness.
the tankness of clank.
Thankless
Yes.
tankness. Okay.
Thankless tankness, because that's all I get. Fucking thankless healer. Ah! Okay,
So,
sorry.
top
Huh.
of the round. The bank robbers go first.
No,
Ah, yes. And
I
since
don't want him to.
all right, let's give these guys some. Let's give these guys some health bars because you guys like to kill them.
the old razzle dazzle.
The old
Murder.
raise hole, days hole.
Oh, rice dice.
It's better than race hole, days hole. Seeing the small man attacking their comrade, these guys all are going to come in and beat on this child.
Let's see how that goes.
That sounds extremely inappropriate.
They don't say that
Which
out
is
loud,
perfect for
do they?
Trent.
It's because the kid just wants a protein shake.
No, I don't want any of their protein shakes.
I think he wants 4 protein shakes.
I'm letting that slide.
As you should. Your AC is what,
God.
Greer?
Don't mind me.
18.
18. Okay, so 2 of them managed to hit. All right. Okay.
There's no in this. It's
There is. It's just. 3.5.
Ba-ba-da. Come on. Rolling dice, stop being so slow.
They have a hostage? Oh, that's you. Okay. No, I literally said, like, I'm leaving. I gotta take up He
Yeah, but this is before we rolled initiative.
Okay. Okay. Oops. There we go. So.
I'm fucking half asleep and sick, and I know what's going on.
Mhm. You take
Paying
26
attention
points
is
of
my
damage,
biggest
Greer,
Okay.
as something feels as if it draws life out of you. This guy's going to take a 5-foot step, still within your attack zone, and another crackling bolt of lightning shoots from the disc through Miyamura and into Lundgren. I need dexterity saving throws.
This sounds like a barrel of laughs. I'm pretty bad at that too. Let's see. Saving throws, dexterity.
Also, remember, let me know if anyone gets a crit. If any of the enemies get a crit.
Have not critted at all. Hear me blink.
what do you have? Bountiful luck.
No, I have a different thing.
Do you,
has
She says
cleric
no to
stuff.
crits.
I have cleric things.
Spore Cleric, do you, I need the dex save.
It's right there.
Miyamura.
Oh,
Huh?
Dex save, Miyamura.
Oh, okay. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, you both failed. You both take 32 points of electricity damage.
Ow!
Jesus.
Stop it!
2 points of damage, you say?
Yes.
Ow!
Now I gotta do math. I'm annoyed.
What do you think I have to do?
Just stop it. Have tokens. You can do it that way.
Okay. Says, I told you I have the power of the gods on my side. And now it is Greer's turn. You are surrounded by men.
Kinky.
Typical
Just
Friday.
hold it
It's
real quick
right.
so I can make sure I don't fuck this up.
Do some cool monk shit.
Watch him duff 3 attacks.
I hope not.
No, because I'm lucky.
Oh,
Watch him
that
duff
I'm gonna
6
thing.
attacks.
I'm gonna attack this guy over here
Okay.
both times, and I'm gonna use a key point on each with flurry of.
You can only do 1 filler blows per round.
Oh yeah, one flurry. Okay.
So you can attack 1 unarmed attack and a second unarmed attack with your flurry of blows at your current level, if I remember correctly.
Because I get 2 attacks already.
Okay, so yeah, 2 attacks, 2 regular attacks with whatever your weapon you're choosing. Then your bonus action is going to be an unarmed strike, and with flurry of blows, it'll be 2 unarmed strikes. Okay.
And I have one more, right?
Yes, if you're just using your fists.
And that's a botch, but I re-roll that one because I get lucky on.
Okay.
Nice.
So those 4
Bet
attacks.
you can't say that very often.
Those 4
That's
hit.
Really,
All 4 of them hit.
20, 30, 38.
Cool monk shit.
Did I miss one of those?
4 hits?
it
No.
should be
38.
4 attacks.
38. Ba-da-da.
No, because the first one was the crit. It didn't do the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
That's
damage
6
for
plus
the
6.
first-
This is 6 plus a 6, yeah.
Yeah, that's the crit damage.
Okay. Well, it didn't do the attack before that hit then.
It did.
Yeah.
It's an 8.
8, 6 plus 6, 10, 8.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
38.
I didn't see
I
the
missed
8.
that
I was like, what
first
the fuck?
8 too, yeah. I missed the first one.
And he now. What
Yeah.
the hell was that?
He has to make you're aware of the open hands, so it's either a dex save or knock prone, or strength save or kick 15 feet.
Knocked prone.
All right. So it's 8 plus your wisdom score and your proficiency modifier for the DC.
8 plus wisdom score or wisdom modifier is 3 plus my monk level.
No, your
Wait, what'd you
proficiency.
say?
Your proficiency bonus.
4. So DC of
15.
fuck only 4. Yeah, 15.
All right. He managed to exactly make 15.
Fucking little bastard son of a bitch.
So, he should be down on the ground, but he's just like, my leg.
My spleen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine so.
Dread. If Greer has nothing left, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to run up over here. Just about there. Should be good.
Mhm.
Is this to scale?
For attack distances, yes.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to cast Conjure Animals at 5th level. I'm summoning
no.
16 raptors.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
You really should have.
I really
And my
should.
bonus action is to turn myself into an Allosaurus.
How tall is the roof of the place?
It is actually pretty
Allosaurus
tall.
isn't all that tall. It's only like 10 feet tall.
Only 10 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, how tall is this place?
The ceilings are
Well,
easily...
Goliath, come in here.
Yeah, Goliath can come in here. It's easily 20 feet.
Dang, I could be a T-Rex in here.
Please don't.
Don't get him started. Yeah, exactly.
You'd be a small arms dealer.
These raptors do in fact have very small arms.
With which they'll be dealing some damage momentarily.
1,
Oh,
2,
yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright. I think they all have like 10 hit points.
I believe so, yeah. Let me check my sheet real quick. Yes, 10 hit points. And I'm going to just...
Send them all on Greer.
attack them.
The worst bank to rob.
They have such terrible
I guess we don't
timing.
really know, but are these just like rando
Christ.
people? Oh man, come on.
Can
Can
they
I
share
share a square
spaces
with
with
those
people?
things?
Because they're small.
What?
Can they share
sp-
space?
spaces with people?
They are small. Yes, but for...
Hell,
I
I,
was-
can share a space with somebody.
You could ride a velociraptor.
Oh,
Actually, I think they have to be one size bigger.
Yeah, they'd have to be mediums.
Oh,
right?
They're too small, unfortunately.
Come on, damn it.
oh.
Can you enlarge creature on these things?
Probably.
Yes.
This
You
one
can,
probably could. I can't. That would drop on concentration.
you can enlarge the raptors.
Which he needs to maintain conjure animals. No, his
Siri?
wild shape.
No.
No, I
Gonna
need it
say
for
that-
the
Why would you
conjure.
need to main conjure
Okay.
animals?
They're conjured.
Wild shape is a totally
Yeah. Once they're
that's-
conjured,
separate.
conjured.
Oh, that's right, because wild shape is just he can do it like whenever, and it doesn't
Yeah.
require that. But with the animals, they gotta stay conjured, otherwise they're not here no more.
Yes.
Okay.
Fish,
Wild shape is not polymorph.
meticulous unconjuring.
Do they get an attack this round? I can't remember what we decided on that.
It depends on what the spell says.
Yeah.
It says they get their own initiative.
We have
but
it go on your
it's-
turn, and they just popped out of existence. So yeah, I would say they'd be able
That's
to
right.
attack.
Oh, okay then.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
then,
that's right.
I
You're an
ca-
Allosaurus. Hang on. Start the
Makes
rolling.
80 billion attacks.
Start.
I'm gonna start with this guy, the guy who has the weapon. Every raptor within range is gonna attack him until he's dead.
Okay.
Okay.
They each get 2 attacks, at advantage because they have pack tactics.
Oh god.
Okay.
Six
Man, I'm not
attacks.
gonna be able to attack anything. You're blocking all of them.
No, they're small. Small can normally.
Well, he is also.
Sure.
No, you're medium,
Whoops.
I think, right?
I'm looking at the wrong one. Allosaurus is large.
I'm talking
Well-
to Grimly.
Yeah, dwarves
okay.
small, medium.
Dwarves are medium.
Yeah, you should be able to fit in then with them.
Okay.
Okay, one
Oof.
bite and one claw each.
But these guys have the power of the gods on their sides. Yeah, now they're suddenly outnumbered 6-1.
I love that he said that to a literal cleric.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
well,
gonna-
he doesn't-
Maybe he's an
No.
anti.
I'm gonna start with bites from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are within range of the guy that has the thing. 1, a tahoo. Ooh, that's a nat 20. 3, 4, 5, and that's 6.
That's the surrounding the disc man.
Yes, they're all attacking him until he is dead.
Okay. All those hit.
Even the 14.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh god.
Okay. I'm gonna do these real quick then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me get a calculator real quick just to make it a little easier.
32.
Damn.
12, 15. Yeah, 30.
Nice.
That's right. 32.
I just figured out everything could go up to 10 very easily.
Yeah, that's usually how I put numbers together.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah, 32.
9 plus 3 is 12, plus
Okay.
3 is 15, plus 10 is 22, plus 7 is 32.
Okay. Shush.
32.
He's still alive?
He is.
Okay, now it's for the claws. Same 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm assuming a couple of those missed.
What's your Raptor's AC? It's 10, right?
It's 13.
13. All right, then some of those did not hit. Strangely enough, when you attack him, the damage goes back on the raptors.
Huh.
So whatever
And
their
he
AC,
doesn't take anything?
it doesn't. He seems to be sheathed in electricity. Somehow, it also seems to be emanating from the disc.
But does he take the damage, or is it just the raptors hurting themselves?
Just the raptors hurting themselves.
Okay, well, screw that then.
He doesn't take damage?
You might have got too low.
No, he's saying the ones that hit before. The damage just went back.
Yes.
All the piercing bite damage doesn't do anything either.
I mean, would they be? I feel like they'd be smart enough not to attack a thing that's hurting them when they attack it.
I will say that after the first attacks, they would have learned their lesson.
Okay, so the claws, well, a couple of them can't do anything because they're not in range anymore, because I'm not going to have them attack. So, yeah, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 attacking this guy then, and I'll just re-roll so it doesn't, because I rolled 6. So,
Okay.
so these are going to be the claws for those guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. You get advantage with pack tactics.
Yes.
Yeah, they're those hit. You're just attacking
All of them?
this guy. Yeah, this
Yeah.
They don't have that high of an AC.
Damn. Even an 11?
They're in
Okay.
street clothes.
All right.
This guy.
15.
Yeah.
All right, 15.
You're missing one.
Wait, could
one
someone tell
damage.
me why
Oh,
we
that's
ended up fighting these guys? Like, who instigated it? They're
They're robbing a
Yeah.
bank.
They did?
They shot
Yeah.
Mia. He shot Mia with his electrical plate there.
Well,
Okay, but,
technically,
like, why did they even talk to each other? Did they talk? Or did he just be like, "Hey, I don't like the way you look"?
Greer
Did
came
threaten
out.
Get him to hand it over, and he didn't comply.
He attacked, and then
So
their
what's-
friends attacked the monk.
Well, technically,
So they're
Greer
all.
punched the guy in the back of the head, or tried to, caused him to fire, and then everyone started attacking him.
Oh,
Greer, why did you punch him in the head?
I'm more likely to punch him in the back of the fucking knee. I'm not gonna jump.
That's not any better.
Or you could have goosed him.
Okay. 15 damage, you said?
Yeah.
20.
Okay, 20 damage.
Just don't put any lube on.
And I believe 2 of those get bites because they didn't. The other guy.
Yes.
So I'll just do those now.
That hits.
2 hits.
15.
Yep.
All right.
Next up, 1, 2, 3, 4 are attacking this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3 of the first ones hit, and all the last 4 hit.
Okay.
28 plus 9 is 37?
28 plus 9, yes.
37 points of damage.
Yep.
All right. He goes down.
Yeah. And the last 4 will attack the guy on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll hit.
Yes.
Okay. And the claws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 hit.
3 hit, yep.
Okay.
$17.
17.
He also goes down.
And my turn is done.
Okay. Brocked. It is your turn.
Whoop. Wow, they're both down? Okay.
2 of the 4.
And you can always be in the same spot as I am.
No.
And as the rat.
Can I? Can I be in the same spot as you?
Yeah, with me. At least I'm not 100% sure, but halflings have halfling nimbleness.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's only moving through.
Ooh. Was this door open?
This door?
Yes.
It had to be because I was in the doorway.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not
I
necessarily.
guess
The door
would
isn't
I
actually
have
there.
seen that raptors hurt themselves when they attacked this guy.
There's kind of a giant Allosaurus ass in the way.
Tail.
You're being blocked by dinosaur butt.
Okay, in that case, I am just going to rage. Move to here. And attack this fellow.
Okay.
I was afraid of that.
Hey, I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, true.
Okay, those hit.
They better.
Is that all together?
Okay.
Yeah, that's both attacks.
23 and 21 is 44. If my math is right.
You cleave him in several pieces as your axe just 4 waves. And
So yes, everyone inside radius takes 3 fire damage.
I
Would
think
that
the
be
raptors that
any
took their
dex
own
save at
damage
all?
would die.
No save at all. You take 3 fire damage because I'm
Okay.
raging. It's not ill damage. It's just
it's just a dick move. What?
Ouch.
I think the raptors
double.
would die.
Everyone in my party gets resistance to fire damage. So
Oh, that's right. You're not
Is
at that
that
level
different
yet.
than negation?
Oh, are you keeping track of the damage on the raptors?
No.
Or do they just have numbers on them? Okay.
They just had numbers because I copied them from the last battle.
Gotcha. It's 3 damage for.
I believe so.
Okay.
Is it
So
3,
some of
5?
them will be alive, but some of them won't. I'll figure it out. You guys keep going.
Okay. Brock, does that end your turn?
yes.
All right. Mr. Black takes the cart and starts wheeling it this way. He's legitimately just trying to get it out of here. That will end his turn. Miyamura, it's your turn.
Okay. Ow. So if I can't attack this guy because it doesn't do shit. And
We don't know that.
I saw the raptors attack.
Hmm. Huh.
So at the very least, I know with like physical damage, it'll come back. But also, I don't want to kill this dude. That's the problem.
As the raptors nibble on his friends.
Ouch.
That's you.
Nah,
I
nah,
don't
nah,
want to
nah.
kill him.
Is saying something in character an action I can outside of my turn?
It's a free action.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody stop him.
Stop!
Just
that was
stop
the
it!
plan. That's the plan.
What?
Fuck. I don't want to hurt him.
Just deal bludgeoning damage.
But that's the problem is though, if I hit him with that, then it'll just hurt me. Is the problem.
Oh, him.
Ba-
grapple.
ba- ba- ba. No, that'll probably also hurt me.
How? It doesn't deal damage.
No, he's
Could be a
surrounded
touch.
in electricity.
We're gonna have to ground him.
You're grounded, young man.
Just
Sword through the
stab
foot.
him through the chest and leave it there.
This is the day we found out that Brock is
Stake
a murder hobo.
his foot to the ground.
I think we already knew he was a murder hobo.
This is the time Miyamura finds out he's a murder hobo.
No, she pretty much already. I do have a possible thing, but I need to know can I possibly ask this to do lethal damage?
What is it? Guardian of Faith? Oh, you mean the box of knives?
No,
No, that was
that's spiritual weapon.
spiritual weapon.
I know I can ask this. I can have my spiritual weapon do non-lethal, but I don't this because this does radiant.
It's like trying to say the sun shouldn't be hot.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
I'm gonna see no.
Ow, fire hot.
no. Okay.
It's like, this is
Then I'll
non-lethal
go ahead
fire
and
damage as we
use-
set them all on fire.
We set
mean,
the
it
lad
is-
on
I
fire.
burned them to death
It
non-lethally.
is, holy fire, so I could have it not actually kill him. But yeah, then instead I will use my spiritual weapon.
A box of knives appears in the air.
That's not a box of knives, it's a spear.
A
A
box
spear
of-
sticking out of a box of knives.
It's gonna appear like above this raptor.
a spear with a box of knives on the end. That is a
No.
spearhead.
No. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to have it appear above that
Oh.
raptor.
That's right. We had the weird ass. Where is that? Oh, there it is.
There's a 21 hit.
Yes.
I'm sorry, 13. Sorry. I don't know why I thought I had advantage, but yes, it's 13 hit.
Yes.
Probably because the Raptors all had advantage.
That's probably what I am thinking, yeah. And I'm casting at level 3.
I really should have made
Non-lethal.
Tread a
Force
shepherd
damage.
druid.
Yeah. You should have.
I didn't realize I was going to go this direction with him.
Which raptor is it over?
That one.
You can barely see it.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna step back.
He's got
What's
a
that?
weird ass saddle on him.
It's a pair of oars for your aquatic raptors.
Like,
Help him swim.
12 non-lethal.
It's a rafter.
Oh,
12 non-lethal.
Yeah.
It pierces through. Oh, that's right. It's the spiritual weapon. All right. 12 points of force damage.
it's essentially the spear is essentially using the end.
You're just beating him to death non-lethally.
Do you realize what you
Non-lethally?
just said?
Lethally? Beating him to death?
Non-lethal to death.
Yes.
And if it's possible, I'm trying to knock the thing out of his hand, but it's more adequate thing.
Okay. If you're trying to knock the thing out of his hand, roll me a D100. Okay. He kind of comes loose in his grip, but he doesn't drop it.
Damn.
He still takes like 12 damage to the.
So it's like, oh, he kind of fumbles it, but
him with a yardstick.
stop, drop it, spit that out of your mouth.
Exactly, drop it.
Okay.
Toddler has been eating things they should not, therefore.
Yeah, that's what you do. You beat children with a stick if they eat something they shouldn't have. Lundgren, it's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn, all right. Guess what I'm gonna do?
You activate Radiant Soul, fly up in the air, and shoot him.
No, I'm not gonna activate Radiant Soul. I can't be activating stuff willy-nilly.
His name is
He
Nilly.
mean,
says in a
rage
room with an
willy-nilly.
Allosaurus and a shit ton of raptors.
They're small. They won't get in my way.
Oh,
No, I'm just like, I'm not gonna activate stuff. I activated a lot of stuff.
He activated everything.
Yeah, as much as I
What the
could in a
heck is
single
my-
turn.
Oh, okay. So, what the heck?
I don't know.
This is all got maximized for some reason or other.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That hits.
It has all the in the spell area. It has all the explanations for all my spells, so they're laid out. So it's not just named as everything under each spell. And the
You
list
can
is,
go
like,
to your
super
spell
long.
list
that's the setting.
and set that as attack only.
Yeah.
A being of grappling energy.
Okay, so does
Crappling.
that hit?
I said yeah.
Fucking 13
Oh, sorry. Okay.
and 11 hit them.
All right.
Plus 5 for charisma. Bonus is 12.
You
It-
still haven't added that to your.
Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I forgot. He recalculated.
Recalculating.
So 7 is all it is.
Okay.
Calculating.
And then we're gonna go again.
That also hits. All right, 12 force damage. He dies. And the
Wait a
disc.
minute, you knocked a plate out of his hand and he died?
No, the plate is not knocked out of his hand. Lundgren is
Oh.
going full lethal because that's just how he shoots straights.
He
Well,
shoots to kill.
last I heard he couldn't take damage, so
Not physical.
just not physical. Yeah.
All right, so he dies. A hole bursts through his chest.
I'm gonna look over here to Tread Scott and go, help Mr. Black out of here. Cover him.
And
I do a Allosaurus nod and just go over to Mr. Black.
the disc falls out of his hand and rolls to about
I want to pick that up.
here. Okay.
I'm just like, nope.
All right. Things are still burning. The raptors are still taking damage.
I'm gonna heal myself for 27 health.
Okay.
The
I
raptors
will-
are probably gonna come with me.
I'm gonna
I will
unrage.
accompany Mr. Black as well.
Okay. And he just like points at the guy who's like looking wide eyed and says, "We were never here. Don't talk of this."
Are we gonna remove the bodies or just leave him with them?
We're gonna
I
leave
mean,
the bodies here for the bank.
Do you?
I'm probably gonna remove a body.
By all means, Tread.
Fair enough.
Eat the body.
Let's Tread being Tread. Do they have anything on them we want to take?
Unless someone says
What
otherwise.
were their
I don't
weapons
know.
like?
They're weirdly just like street knives, but they did way too much
I
damage.
kind of want to scoop up that plate.
Kind
I
of too
already
late.
have
Yeah, already
Already
has
did.
it. Yeah.
You
I'll
loot
grab
goblin.
a couple of the knives before I.
Oh,
before
it's
we
not
get
a
the hell
loot
outta
goblin
here.
thing. It's
No, I'm
that
talking
needs
about
to not
Brock.
be in a children's hand thing.
It's a lot more
children's?
simpler than it appears, lol.
Children's land.
Yeah, I will grab the knife off of that guy and that guy.
All right, you have 3 knives.
Okay, I'm have them checked out later on.
Okay. So Mr. Black is not going to be taking the cart with him. So there are numerous bags full of 10,000 gold.
Put
How
them
much
on
weight
Tread
can I
Skull's
hold?
back.
Let's get this done.
Put them on that back of the Allosaurus.
How can I find out how much weight I can
Tread.
carry?
Tread. Just switch back to your form so we can get at the bag I'm
I'll
holding.
turn back.
So Tread Scholar turns back so you can do stuff with the sack and start
With the sack, I love it.
It is sick.
And I could have done stuff with the Allosaurus sack.
Do any of the people that attacked us look familiar though?
No,
Like, were
they don't look
group?
familiar to you.
Okay.
They actually look pretty random. Like 4 people all of a sudden robbed a bank. For average people.
Look at Mr. Black. Did you have a hand in this? As we're getting the gold into the
Why would
bag of holding.
Why would I draw attention to my own operation? He says that
Maybe to draw attention away from you.
they were getting us the money.
You were giving us what we asked for.
Yes, why would I cause this problem by such random people that I would also have my own protection? If anyone, you would be the people that I would use to do the distraction, not randoms.
Not in my head. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, Mr. Black. Also still has his case, thank God. And you guys like hurriedly walk out of the bank that just got robbed.
When I went out, I activated my invisibility so you couldn't see me leaving until I got back into the crowd.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna have to go ahead and head out so I can get ready to go to bed because I gotta work early tomorrow. So, I will talk to you guys next week.
All right.
Have a good night,
All right,
man.
cool.
You're
Thanks
running
for
back to
showing
the
up.
room then.
Are we playing this next week?
Next week I think it's called Cthulhu.
All right, cool beans. I'll see you all in 2 weeks then. Except
Are
for
we
the Saturday
gonna
night.
need like
you
main
guys.
characters for that?
Oh, you want to join in on that? Sure. I can whip something up real quick for
Oh
you.
my god, so many people.
It's okay.
So many people.
We can all be clueless together, and I legitimately mean that for my own sake.
Okay. We can talk a little bit about that after the game.
I'm gonna switch over to my other headset and go out and have a cigarette while we're discussing.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm pretty sure we're.
Yeah, we're
Unless I
getting
need to roll anymore.
we're getting close to done.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I'll wait.
You guys hurriedly make your way back to the Lonesome Night Inn. And as you get there, Istra's just kind of waiting there. He's done his best to at least place orders for some of the stuff that you've asked for. And it's going to take some time. It's like, so you guys have fun on your adventures? So there was some
Bank
problems.
got robbed.
Yes, that was that. What? The bank got robbed? Were you robbing banks again, guys?
No, we didn't rob the bank. Somebody else tried to rob the bank while we were there.
Yes, I merely tried to intimidate the man into giving us money. This was entirely different. Yes, because that's
Someone gave
entirely
dangerous-
different.
Someone gave dangerous things to children.
And these knives, I'll pull out one of the knives. They kind of hurt a little bit more than they should.
I want to cast either identify or detect magic on one of those.
All right, which one is it?
Identify.
They are your standard knife.
Okay, how about detect magic?
There's a very faint hint of magic on them.
Okay. Just as I may have suspected.
They're probably like your basic +1 dagger.
No, they're
With
they're
no special
they're straight
enchantment.
knives.
Either the enchantment was cast on them, the people, or, I don't think if this faint of an enchantment would be able to do that much damage.
Do I know of possibly anything that could do that?
Make me an Arcana check.
They're probably linked to them or something.
I'm thinking more a spell that could be cast on them. But there's Merrick.
You are familiar that magic can be used to an extent that it.
Oh my god.
What in the hell was that? That it imbues things beyond their natural capacity temporarily, kind of like an adrenaline boost, but in a magical sense.
Okay.
You forgot what spell it is. You forgot what actually can cause that, but it's like, oh yeah, there's that one thing that I somehow know.
Spellcaster.
I was going to say, I know somebody who could probably help us with that, but he's not here. And we can't reach him.
Then why bring it
Then-
up?
There is an artificer here. They dispense.
Oh. Yeah, Crookshank. We could ask him too. In fact, I think we should. Well, not. If we have time, I think we should.
I'll look at. I forgot.
The tiefling or the gray man?
Yeah, tiefling.
That's
I know
right.
Mr. Black. I'll look at Ezra. So, were you able to find the leather or the mithril that I needed?
I put it in an order for them. It's gonna take some time for them to be delivered. I'm not gonna carry all that around with me. This is a fool's errand.
Can you have it delivered to Crookshank? He has agreed to make my weapon or my item.
Okay, he kind of leans over to Black. Who's Crookshank? Crookshank is the man I want to see. The artificer. Right. Yes, I can have it delivered to Crookshank.
All I need is about to be a half pound and about 4 square yards of leather.
All right. He kind of grumbles like, let's change that. Yes. Was this a successful outing then, despite any unpleasantness? Yes. It
I
was.
suppose so.
It is what it is. You know, banks get robbed all the time.
Do they?
If you want to insight check him, sure.
That's literally her just asking, do they?
Black just
I'm
kind
not
of
very
shrugs.
familiar with banks in general.
It's a place where people store their money and people loan out money.
We do not really have these in Ignis. Not like that anyway.
Yeah, I guess your leaders do have a tight grip upon the finances of their kingdom. Or so I hear.
She gives like a little shrug. I was never that interested anyway.
Hmm. Well, yes, sir. We must get back to our lodgings. For it's been a long day. It's also like 4 or 5 in the afternoon by now, with all the walking you guys did and the carefully getting back to here with your quote unquote stolen loan.
I don't
I don't
know
know
if
what you're
there's
talking
many
about.
quotes
Stolen
about it.
loan.
Yeah. Oof.
What force was used in that supposed theft?
Well, we didn't force them. We merely intimidated them.
We merely
And then-
sunk an
Yeah.
axe into a desk. That doesn't account as an
What?
attack.
That's not bodily harm, though.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even threaten the guy. We just walked in there and we were like, "Hey, give us this," and he was like, "Okay."
That
Could
threatened.
I
You
never
literally
said
rolled
I would.
intimidation.
Yeah, but I never said I was gonna hurt it.
That doesn't matter.
That is
Yeah.
all right. I believe
Really
it's
You don't
slammed your
have
the
axe into a
threat of
desk.
violence. This is the threat of violence.
Hmm.
Anyway,
You don't have to hurt someone or threaten to hurt them for it to be a threat.
all right. Well, this is another.
Hard to prove an implication.
The
Anyway,
this is now a perfect time to stop after a nice big thing such as that. Oh, also the disc, it is kind of brassy in color and has lightning bolts inscribed on the front of it in an X pattern.
I was actually going to ask if I could do like a quick religion check on it, but I don't think that'll come with any.
Yeah,
Or we
you could
cast
make that.
Identify.
I'll do my religion check.
Just
first,
watch that
because
thing be
she's
from like a
religious, but, yeah.
a good god.
I mean, it very well could, or it could be nothing.
It looks religious.
Okay, I'm gonna let him identify it because I.
Okay, I'll cast it as a ritual, but yeah.
Okay. As you get the little circle ready, rub the chalk together, scratch your butt, and whatever else you need to do for casting Identify as a ritual. As you look into the magical nature of this desk, I need a deck save.
Great.
You take 16 points of lightning damage as when you look at it and try to look into its arcane nature, there's just lightning.
So let me deduct those points. You said 16, right?
Yes.
So as I'm rubbing my chest from the burn marks, either it's an evil object or somebody is powerfully warded. Whatever the hell this, and I gesture at it, but I don't point, is.
I'm going to grab it and quickly put it back in my bag. Just so it doesn't hurt anyone else. So you do not know what it is.
It's okay. We had to try.
I can take you somewhere, and they might be able to help us out. We do know a group that could help us identify.
Some wizards, I'm
The
assuming.
bakers.
Okay. Yeah, as long as we can tell them not to look at it.
It's as long as they know the risk.
I mean, why would you tell
I
them?
need
the risk?
carbs.
Are you talking about that in character or out of character?
Out of character. I need.
Uh.
I don't know. I just have a craving for carbs. Just very suddenly.
Trent said,
He needs some salty protein.
Trent said we're
No.
just about to wrap up, so
Yep.
after we wrap up, you can go eat whatever you'd rather.
I need a sandwich.
A sandwich.
I'll
All right.
make you some food. Okay.
So we'll end there tonight on this installment of the Adventures of the Forging the Onyx campaign. And we will catch you next time for Call of Cthulhu. And then after that, more Call of Cthulhu. So we'll be actually returning this in about 2 weeks. So,
No, because then after that is Shadow.
Yep.
3 weeks. Holy crap.
Yep.
So at some point, I'm going to have to write
Damn.
up a huge, big storyline. We're going to have fun in ancient Egypt, not ancient Egypt, in 1920s Egypt for
Yeah,
a couple of
ancient
things.
Egypt, yeah. 19...
That's 2 weeks in a row.
100
people
years
say,
ago.
right?
100 years ago, yeah.
Well, yeah, now, yeah. Just
That's
about.
not ancient.
But, as
Oh.
always, cool music plays as the lights go down. We'll catch you next time.